Hello there everybody, and a warm welcome to my channel, Tarot by Izabela. I hope you're all doing fine, and I'm very happy to see you here. Today's video will be a highlight video for the UK and Ireland. And I will look a little bit into if there are any highlights, any special events coming up for UK and Ireland. And to do this video, I'm going to use my crystal ball, my tarot cards, oracle cards, and some dice. But before we begin, I just want to thank you all, wonderful viewers, for all of your support, for your mails, for your comments, for your sharing, for your likes, for everything you do to support this channel. I'm extremely grateful, and without your support in all kinds of ways, there would not be any channel. So a big thanks to you. And I also want to mention, and this is for my Telegram group, Tarot by Izabela chat group, and they had come to my attention that many members have been restricted, and I have not restricted them. And the thing is, it seems like there are some trolls that have been running around on this channel and reporting members' posts and comments as spam to Telegram. So if you are one of those unfortunate members that have been restricted, I have not restricted you. I only ban or block people that are very impolite. If there are, for example, spams or sex workers or people that are threatening, making threats to other people when there's really serious things going on. But I don't restrict. This can only Telegram do. So if you have this problem, please contact the Telegram group. I have pinned on the Telegram group the link where you can contact them and explain what happened, and there is a big possibility that they will take away that restriction. I have also contacted them, so they're gonna look over this channel. Yeah, well, let's now talk about the UK and Ireland. And before I do this video, I need to concentrate for a few moments on my crystal ball and ask the powers, the forces, to be with us so we can get as good and accurate information as possible. And when information comes to me, it can be something I see, feel, taste, hear, smell, or touch. So whatever info that comes, I will pass it further to you. But don't let us waste any time. Let's begin. So I just need to concentrate, and soon we're gonna see what's up for the UK and Ireland. Okay, glasses on, and let's see what's going on. Highlights for the UK and Ireland. Yeah, many of us know that a lot of mainstream media has been pushing all kinds of incorrect information that have misled people in many ways. I will not mention the ways here because I still want to keep my channel. But one of the biggest news station, BBC, could be like bankruptcy. Symbolically, I see the doors like with wood that been nailed over the doors, broken windows, empty rooms, empty offices. So something will happen to the BBC news station, and that will make them out of order, you can call it. And there are other news stations that also concerns UK and Ireland that will have to change the way they give the news to the people. They will be almost forced to say the truth. There will not be paid news. The present leader of the UK, as I said, I cannot mention many names here. I see him shrink to be that tiny, meaning his position will go away. He will shrink to almost nothing, with no influence at all. Small like an ant. Ant, not aunt, ant. Yeah. Chaos in the politics. Many politicians, I see them white in the face as paper, like paper, yeah. Scared, really scared. Like they're knowing soon they're up. What they have done, what they have, all the bad things they have done during many years is up to be prosecuted or judged on. During a not long period, well, time is difficult to predict on, that's why I don't make this highlight videos with the time frames. But I see military on the streets in the UK, and they are not like pointing guns on the people. No, they are more like showing the way. Here, there, you have to, more polite, more friendly kind of military. So some kind of military intervention will happen. I also see like warehouses filled with food, all kinds of food items, like food banks. And I see people handing out food to those in need. And this is not like charity food, if you have a low income or something. No, it will more be like a necessity for a period of time to give food for free to a lot of people. It will be. Could be within 1 year, 1.5, could be sooner. Difficult, as I say, time is difficult. That many people that live in the UK, that have their origin in other countries, that they want to return to their home countries, because I see the airports filled with people with all kinds of nationalities returning back to their home countries. Not because they have to, but because they want to. And that's a big difference. One of the reasons is that they're living back in the home countries will be much more better for them than in the UK. Still, it will happen for some reason that River Thames will rise quite high and then go down. I don't see it like overflow London and people drowning or houses underwater. No, rise quite much, almost to a dangerous level, but not like it will put the town underwater. And the banners on the television, front pages of the newspapers, I see breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. And breaking news that is very shocking. Maybe not to many of us, but to people that are a little bit asleep, not aware what is really going on, for them it will be very shocking. Some kind of restriction during a period of time could be some kind of lockdown, not due to illness of some kind, due to more safety for the general public. And a plead like, please stay at home because this and this, but not due to any illness. The royal castles will be closed, especially the big one in London. No one there. And the present monarch, he will take off his crown and the chair will be empty. Some very, very shocking news about Lady Di will come. Positive news. Shocking, but positive. Unbelievable for many, but believable for many others. When the leader from the United States will be forced to go away because of many truths that comes out about him and his family. The whole politic area in the UK will shake really, really bad. And there will not be shelter for many, many politicians. Even though Scotland would like to have their independence, I don't see that really coming through. Bit different laws maybe for that area, but not total independence from the rest of the country. The 15-minute cities, people don't want it. They don't want to push it, and it will be very big protest against it. So all these barriers they put on the street, I say then taken away, and the whole concept of 15-minute cities will burn down. Farmers markets will grow more, and many farmers will begin to grow more crops to help feed the population of the UK, since there will be problems to receive food items from other countries. Many fast food chains will close down. Like, yeah, I cannot say the names here. Like the one with the clown, with the red shoes. The whole company will not exist. And for Ireland, I told in an earlier video that the whole island of Ireland will be joined together. So in the future there will not be North Ireland and Ireland. It will be one common people. So North Ireland will break free from the UK. A big scandal regarding very young people, very young people, will shake the country of Ireland. And that will open the eyes of many sleepers, and people will join more for a common goal, for a common, common fight against evil creatures. Unfortunately, I see some kind of accident with a big bus full with people, many of them young people, driving off the road, not down into a cliff, but, well, down, and there could be some casualties or injured, unfortunately. Many medical personnel that have done wrong to the people the last years for money. They have been putting something into the body of the people for a good cash. They will be brought to justice. Some kind of gathering with many fishermen, or it's kind of protest, or they like trying to block something, because I see many boats, fishing boats, and like they are all joined together, all the fishermen in Ireland, and they are like blocking or controlling something, some kind of big protest there. Both UK and Ireland When people wake up, they're gonna be quite angry. And many, many protests. And all kind of support or aid to the conflict in the country you will be stopped, both from Ireland and UK. I see like the fighter planes going there and then they're returning back home. We have no business there. Some big scandal with secret information, diplomatic information concerning country R, the UK, and some other countries. Like what they have been planning together to do. And this will be revealed and it will be everywhere on the entire planet on the news. Big reforms are coming in the school system. Very big reforms. Not the whole alphabet reforms that trying to confuse the young people, pushing them into make some very dangerous surgery. No, it will be more education from young age. How to grow your crops, how to take care of animals, the earth, the planet, how to live a healthy life. This kind of education. So more about loving and caring for each other and the planet and how to do it. Skills that maybe have our grandparents knew and they will be brought up again to teach to the young people. Because remember, our generation, or the generation at the moment, they are very confused. They don't know anything. If the internet shut down, if the electricity shut down for 1, 2, 3 months, a lot of people are handicapped. They don't know how to survive. And so all the skills, how to survive, how to flourish, even if there are not modern power or technology, it's gone, and it's very dangerous. So this kind of knowledge will be taught again in school. And the cash, or it's the digital surveillance bank accounts, what they are pushing out now, it will not succeed in the future, and that is for all countries. It's like every sovereign country will have their currency, their cash, and a possibility to trade electronically. But still the cash will exist. Well, that's what I could see in my crystal ball. Let's continue to the cards. So first I had to shuffle a little bit. After that I'm gonna put 5 tarot cards and then some oracle cards above and some dice. And I'm gonna do one of this spread for UK, and the same spread also for Ireland, to see if there are any additional information. They will try to push some or release some kind of dangerous disease in the UK, not in Ireland, but in the UK. Could be that 10, 15 or 30 people max gonna get it, but then it stops. It will not spread any further, so it will be under control, but will be enough to scare a lot of people. Could be one casualty, one person that will die of it, but other people will survive. So let's take 5 cards. And the last one here. And some dice. Well, reversed. I have to put it like this. Quite interesting. Well, the cards look like this. What can we find in the cards for the UK? In the tarot cards we have 9 of Swords, Page of Coins, Page of Cups, the World, the Moon, and then we have creativity, wisdom, forgiving and learning. Here we have like an angel looking at a fetus in a womb. And then we have divine guidance, higher knowledge, message. On the dice we have bump, a carrot, a lighthouse, trumpets that are trumpeting out, and soccer. So what does the cards want to say? UK are heading for a big bump. There's gonna be some kind of emptiness. There's gonna be a lot of talk, a lot of angry people. There is a bump coming up. The elite, or those who think they are in control, they will give carrots to the people. Oh, if you do this, we're gonna give you that. But the carrot is poison. So one have to really be careful, especially when they try to coerce. Just like with this one, they offered everything from lap dance to hamburgers to get this, even money. So, and one can wonder why. So they will try to do almost the same thing here. But I don't see the people buying into it. Especially not the young people, because many of the young people, they communicate, they are awake. And around the young people, the Knight of Coins and the Knight of Cups, we have the Lighthouse. So they are spreading information, and through social media, through each other, so it travels very fast. Other news will come out. And here the last one, soccer. News that will be on every front page, on every television channel, who are done wrong, who have done wrong or who have not, who have been really, really bad and making the people suffer. And we also have the card of forgiveness and learning. There will be a lot of forgiveness, especially for those who were asleep, who were like fetus. They were not born yet. They didn't know really. They were, yeah, like blinded under a hypnosis, under a kind of spell. When they wake up and they see what happened, as I said, they're going to be quite angry. And there will also be a period when we have to learn to forgive and learn of this experience so it will never repeat again. But a lot of news, I get all the time, news, and very important news. And one of the first big news will come in evening time, in night, when a lot of things will happen. Yeah, as in the lighthouse, the information spreads so people can see the light again. Yep. Well, now I'm gonna take some cards for Ireland. Let's see if we can get something about Ireland. Let's shuffle the cards again. And this time for Ireland. Remember, this is just a highlight video. It's not a very deep dive into both countries. Just pick something here and something there. But still the information could be of importance. Ireland. Just a moment. Oh, that one to come, so let's put it here. And the last card. And some dice. Let's see what we got. well, it's very interesting cards for Ireland too. And they look like this. Yeah. For Ireland, the first card we have 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups, the Magician, 10 of Wands, the Star. And in the Oracle cards we have Optimism, Aggression, an Ice Bear, a woman who is with a sewing machine, sewing a rainbow. So there we have the alphabet agenda. Express your love and misfortune. On the dice we have a child, bottle, and a note for music, a gift, and villain. So what does these cards have to say for Ireland? I mentioned some very horrible news that will be announced regarding very young people, how they have suffered. And this will cause a lot of aggression because the population have been on ice, like the ice bear. It has been frozen. They didn't know how to move, or they could not move. And here, this aggression, fire, they're gonna melt that ice and make people aware what is going on. And they will react very, very harsh, or very or react very much to this kind of information that will come out. We have the Magician here. Below the Magician we have a music note, and I see it like hypnotic music, like they're trying to, hypnotize you to do or follow or whatever. They're trying to hypnotize to follow the rainbow agenda. But it will not be successful, because when the people will be awake, when the ice melts, they're gonna realize what is really going on. And this is maybe not completely a way to express love. I'm not, putting down people that are attracted to the same sex, but this with pushing on children, making them insecure if they are boy or girl or whatever, or trying to almost force them to believe that they are something different than they are. And all that insecurity and all that strange normalizing things that are maybe not so normal. Yeah. And this Magician will have it very difficult. People will not buy the gifts the Magician want to give them. A lot of villains will be brought into light. We have villain here, and we have star and misfortune. So for many villains, for a lot of people that have wished wrong against the little ones, the general public, that have done extremely big crimes against humanity, they will be brought into justice. And we have the stars, so whatever will happen here will seem almost like out of this world. Yeah. And people will start to learn, or start to begin to respect more each other, love more each other. At the moment, it's like everybody just looking for themselves, not really caring so much for other fellow humans, or the nature, or the animals. I'm not saying everyone, but everyone is that. Many people are really doing a great job for fellow humans or Mother Earth and the animals and plant life. But the majority is not. They are just like this, going the little road. But things gonna shake up also for Ireland. Even if the truth's gonna be very painful, it has to come out. Okay, now I'm gonna take 3 last cards for the UK, and after that 3 last cards for Ireland. And remember, I have made a couple months ago a video both for Ireland and for the UK. And okay, I had time frames on them, but if you take away that time frames, many of those things I said are still up to date and could happen. There's a big possibility of them happen, especially if what I saw was very strong and very clear. Then the possibility is very big that it will occur, even if the time frame is off. The justice fell out for the UK. Some kind of justice will be put in place. It's not evil justice, it's blind justice. Meaning the judges are not both. It's not favoring one or the other side. It's blind justice. If you had done very bad stuff, you're gonna have to take that responsibility. So justice fell out. Tribunals, big justice is coming. Yeah. 3 cards for the UK. I need 3 more. Okay. First card, we have the Devil, we have the Empress, and we have Knight of Wands. Under the Devil we have 4 of Coins, under the Empress we have the Hangman, and under the Knight of Wands we have the High Priestess. Very harsh truths are coming up regarding what the evil ones have done to the people, and this will result in difficulties to hold a pregnancy or get pregnant, and that is for the young people. Even if we have the Devil card, the very negative, the very evil energy have been controlled by money, because we have a greedy person here, and been like allowed to do their horrible work for a long time. This is in the beginning, but they will not be able to continue. For those who have difficulties with their health and so on, there will be a cure that is hidden for the public. Like the High Priestess has a lot of hidden knowledge, and that will come out and that will be revealed. 1 last card. And we have King of Wands, symbolizing also that things will speed up. People will open their eyes and see. Yeah. But better times are coming. First, we need to get rid of a lot of very evil energies, evil people. After that, okay, we have the Empress, and that the country can flourish again. The young people of UK will have many opportunities, both with housing and jobs. So a lot of investment in young people, because the young people are the future. Yeah. And help for them to grow, develop, and have good lives. So now some last words for Ireland. One more. So, let's take 3 last cards for Ireland. In Ireland, I see things will move on in positive direction quickly than in the UK. The first card, we have 9 of Cups, then we have the Chariot and the Sun. UK will be turbulent a bit longer than Ireland before it calms down, but it seems like Ireland will quite quickly move in a very positive, in a very bright direction. The corruption doesn't go so deep on so many levels and in so many countries in connection to Ireland as it is in the UK. UK is like a octopus with the arms, sucking dry so many other places around the world. And before everything is cleaned out, it takes longer. Ireland really doesn't have the same deep evil problems as UK, even if there are a lot of evil, but not as much as in the UK. So Ireland seems like they will be a nation, very loving and caring and very wonderful nation, much sooner than the UK. Take one last one. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So I see also that when the people start to wake up, they will really collaborate, support each other to make those changes much quicker than in the UK. Well, that was my highlight video for UK and Ireland. And if you have liked what you have seen and heard, please don't forget to press like button, share button and subscription button. And to all of you wonderful people of Ireland and UK, stay strong out there. Things are gonna get rough for both countries before it gets better. And try to support each other as much as you can. Help each other. Stay strong. If we stand together, the changes for a positive future can come so much quicker. And to all of you, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Bye bye.